right, guys, what are we gonna do? Something new here? Let's do current events with Jobs Not Steve. Dylan Baris, the co-host, here with Luke Fraley, the host.
Here I am.
Producer, engineer extraordinaire Taylor.
Yeah, what's going on?
And our recent guest, Jess.
The gardener.
The gardener.
Actually, caretaker.
Caretaker, cleaner,
Housekeeper.
everything.
So we got a good one. Taylor informed us because, I am technologically stupid. But apparently, there was a big old gangbang down in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, Dylan. You know it, man. And I'm working diligently to get this lady on the show for everyone.
And just so you know, this ties into jobs because this happened at her job.
Yeah.
Which, ironically, her job was not being gangbanged.
And then she lost her job.
Well, it is now.
So what was her job, Taylor?
She was a police officer somewhere in Tennessee. Lovely state of Tennessee. The great state of Tennessee as
It was
well.
a good state, yeah.
And, she banged, what'd they say? Like,
There were 5 of them.
5 of them that got fired.
Yeah, so,
7 of them
that's right.
altogether.
7 altogether.
7 altogether.
so it brings up a lot of mystery.
And none of them were her husband, by the way.
Oh, her husband. I saw an article today that her husband is trying to work through it with her.
He was holding the camera.
Good for him, man. Good for him.
No, I think
No, not good for him. Bad.
Yeah, no, if you're trying to work through that,
Maybe he's trying
you're
to
done
quit.
as a
work
man.
through it
Yeah,
and
you're
get
a
on
shell
the
of a
payroll
man.
and hold the camera.
Yeah.
Maybe this is...
Which brings up a good point. 5 got fired, 7 were involved. What were the other 2 doing?
Yes,
was one a
that's
camera
what I
guy,
wanna
one a sound guy? Like what?
One was a fluffer.
Fluffer,
One was a camera guy.
One was the warm-up guy.
Well,
Okay.
my thought is maybe they were there, they just didn't take part. Like, if
Oh,
you
no,
got
they took
fired by
part.
level.
They took part.
Spectating.
Yeah, bro. Get it.
Guilt by association.
They were in the room.
Okay, so my question is, I didn't see this on any news or anything like that. Where did you
How?
find this?
It's like literally the only thing on social media for the past 2 days.
Social media.
The only thing.
Social media.
I've seen Luke's podcast and that. Those are the top 2 things right now in the world.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
We're a police station.
We're
gangbang.
number
Hey
2
man,
right
that's a
behind
good spot to
them
be
right
in
now.
for us. I mean,
Yeah, we're number 2 behind them on social media.
that's great.
Yeah.
My thing is, she's kind of a cute girl. I don't know why she needed to go to the workplace. I mean, she could have gone down to any bar she wanted to. Why'd she have to keep it in the family there
I
and get
mean-
fired
Okay,
for
so
it?
here's my
If this
theory.
was her first one, maybe she just wanted familiar faces.
Oh,
Here's
that's
my
probably
theory:
what it
is that the police station, right, did her and her husband wrong, or did her wrong, like when she was younger. Maybe she had a wild night. They arrested her, they're assholes to her, so she was like, I'm gonna fuck
Infiltrate
these
the
guys.
system.
No pun intended. I'm gonna fuck these guys over. So she infiltrated the system, became a police officer, got them all to bang her,
So she
that everybody
sacrificed
got-
her reputation.
so that everybody could get fired.
For
And
revenge.
now she's probably gonna be a millionaire because she's gonna go open an OnlyFans account, and her husband was in on it the whole time.
I
Because
do wanna see how far this
because he's a
goes.
cuck,
I mean, you don't just start out with a gangbang, though, right? I mean,
Am I
No,
giving,
there's
am I
definitely
giving
been
her
a
too
lot of
much credit?
affairs to
there's
lead up
levels
to that.
getting up to
Yeah,
that, right?
right?
Yeah, that's not the first time thing. You don't cheat on your husband the first time with 7 people.
Well, but my thought is like I said, how did this come up? Were they all just sitting around and she's like, "Hey guys, I'm a little bored.
Probably.
You want to
Yeah.
have a gangbang?"
Yeah. Yeah,
Pretty much.
Is that
How does that come up?
starts?
I
And
wonder.
how do you get
Typically
5
how
guys
they
to be
start.
like, yeah, all right, we're all in on this?
I bet you she didn't pay for a single drink throughout her entire college career.
I'm sure she did.
I mean, there has to be a level of experience, right?
I really want to know
Level
this
up.
though. If you get
That's
her
why
on
she
the
needs to
show,
come on
I
the
want
show.
to
She
ask
needs
her.
to come on.
Yeah, if she
Yeah,
comes on
we
the show, I
need
want to ask her.
these-
If she's
how did
listening
this
more
right
about
start?
now, you can email Luke. I'll give you his. You just send me a private message. I'll give you his home phone number.
No.
You can talk right to
His
him.
wife's phone
I'll
number,
give you
his
wife's
phone
social security
number, yeah.
all the things you need.
She's gonna
Jobs
say,
not
"Who's
Steve at
this random person calling?"
gmail.com.
Oh, don't worry, babe. It's just this girl gangbanged the entire police department.
Yeah,
And, I swear it's for the show. I swear it's for the show.
All for content. Yeah.
Taylor made me do it.
I really didn't. This was his idea, honestly. He was the one that came to me
Oh
today
my-
with
don't-
this Pornhub
don't
thing.
even
If you're
say
listening,
that.
Yeah.
Not even true.
Luke's a real perv. I don't
Never.
know how you married
Don't
him.
believe a word that comes out of his kid's mouth.
So I think we should start a new segment just like not a spin-off, but just a segment, how I lost my job.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Wait
Right?
a minute.
I
So
mean,
I'm
we
reading
got
this.
it.
We can find people who lost their jobs in crazy ways and just
The
have a
best
little,
way to lose a job.
have a little powwow.
I like that
About
idea.
it.
That's a good spinoff.
That would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm still on the gangbang
And
here.
today, on
So
how I
she
lost my
gangbanged
job.
the entire police department, but only 5 got fired. So
Because
like,
they only have 7.
I was about to say,
Small-
how
that's a
many
small
are there?
town.
So are there no cops now in Tennessee, in this town in Tennessee? 'Cause
Anarchy.
They
No,
all out of
there-
gangbang.
no, there's 2 cops.
Well, that's probably why the 2
But they're
didn't get fired. They
suspended.
had to keep 2.
They had to keep 1 to fire the rest, and 1 to file the report.
In a town that small, though,
What
I mean,
rule did she specifically break? That's what I'm just a little unclear on. Like, what about...
No gangbangs in the office.
Where does it say that from? Where does it say that?
that's got to be a great interview with HR.
Maybe
That right there is, maybe you should just call her and be like, listen, did anywhere in the contract say that you couldn't have a gangbang in the office?
Clearly, there's not a lot going on in this town, too. If the entire
Police
police
department.
department
Well, if they
is
only
busy
have-
gangbanging.
They only
one
have
of their-
7 cops, and they can all hang at the station.
Well,
all night.
technically 8, because she would be one of them, too.
Yeah. Well,
I think they count her in the 5 that got fired. I feel like they're probably counting her in that because she also was fired.
Talk about workplace harassment.
I don't think it sounds like harassment.
Oh,
it
yeah,
sounds
no,
like it was
yeah.
consensual. It sounds like just workplace, like.
Oh, God, I wonder how many of these poor bastards were married, too.
oh, yeah, that's not.
They just
good.
wiped out a whole town.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean,
Right?
7 cops.
It
There's
is
not a lot of
it is
people
a
in that
lawyer's
town.
wet dream.
Yeah, right.
the one little rinky-dink divorce lawyer that has the
Dude, he's
got-
gonna be
the,
well off for
the office in the
taking a
strip
year
mall with the soap over the window so you can't look in. He's like, jackpot!
The lawyer from The Simpsons.
I'm gonna make enough to move out of this town.
Oh man.
That's,
oh man! I wonder, do they get severance pay?
I mean, I don't know. You think they're union?
Oh yeah, cops
they're-
got 100%.
Yeah, but you can opt out, like the FOP or whatever it is.
don't
I mean, anything goes in this town from what it sounds like, so I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking-
Man,
what?
this is God. We gotta get her on the show.
We're trying. I'm working hard as the producer.
There's just
Yeah,
so
actually,
many
didn't you
unanswered
I
questions.
tried to send her a friend
You
request.
friend requested her.
I
She's
did
probably
send
got
her
like a
one.
bajillion friend requests right now from a bunch of other police departments.
Can't imagine why.
What's her name?
I'd have to look on my phone.
You should
That's
try
what
to
I'm
get the
trying to find
husband
right
on.
now.
I want to hear that
Oh, that dude.
sad shell of a man.
Oh my
Dude.
god, that's he already got. He's
We're
had a
gonna
But
bad-
he's the only one posting anything.
He's a
right?
bad-
We're gonna see him on Criminal Minds in fucking 2 weeks, I'm sure. When his wife's body is found.
Unsolved mysteries. That one was easy to solve.
Small town is rocked by 5 murders. The 4 guys inside his wife
5
and
murders.
his wife.
The next day, the news reads, "Never mind, 7 murders."
One of the headlines: female cop gets half the police force fired.
And-
Like, it's all she's the evil one. It's
Okay,
all
so-
her
so there
Well,
was-
fault.
that's the other
You
thing
know?
too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
is it really her fault?
Half
Because
the
I
police
mean,
They took part in it.
Right.
So there
Exactly.
was there was half the police force, so 5 were fired, so that's 10 total police force. So were all the other guys out in squad cars, like listening over the CB radio?
Yeah, they probably.
well, what is this,
they
like
probably
1800s? She used her witchcraft. I swear, honey, I didn't want to fuck her, but, all my friends were doing it. Like, really, dude? How did she get you fired? You fucked her.
Okay,
Oh.
so yeah, there's 60 people in the police department. So what's
Oh,
the
60.
percentage?
Oh, so that's
How many
just
did she screw?
Probably all of them.
oh 5 out of 60. That's a small
That they
percentage.
found out about.
Yeah.
How many
But they
guys?
had video.
How
That
many
makes
guys
it
were
sound
off
less
duty at
impressive.
home and
That
they're
makes,
like, and
ruining
they're
her
like,
reputation that she
or
just gained.
like, yeah, the one guy that got COVID, right? He's at home with like single guy, and he's like,
God damn, why didn't I go to work?
Fuck? You guys gonna wait for me to get back to work? I've wanted to do her forever.
Yeah, how long do you think she was? See, these are questions we need to know. How long do you
Less
think she
than
was
a
a
year.
cop? Before?
Less than a year from what I saw.
That's what they said?
Less than
Yeah.
a year.
Megan
Less than a
Hall
year.
is her name.
What is it?
Wow.
So did she get a letter of recommendation
Megan Hall or Megan Hall, I
before
don't know
she
how you
got
pronounce
fired?
it.
I don't think she's gonna have a hard time finding a job in another police department.
I
No.
welcome her with open arms.
Who wants to interview
So,
her?
what are your qualifications?
That's okay. We'll find her a new
Yeah.
job here.
Dude, I can't believe that you guys like
If you can't
didn't
find
know
a
about
job,
this. Like, this is all my Facebook is. It's just the annoying fucking memes of her. Like, at Five Guys, like, oh, I can work start today.
like
You
I
know?
said, I want to know
Guys,
what
that's
you normally
good.
search. If that's what's on your feed.
All kinds of stuff. You never know.
Five Guys, bangers and
Bangers and fries.
bangers and fries. All Five Guys should go open a burger stand.
Yeah.
A new hot dog stand or burger stand to compete with Five Guys.
No, I think the hot dog stand fits the
That would be a
narrative.
great startup story for a mom and pop burger stand.
Oh, it all
Five
started
Guys,
when
hot
my
dog-
wife got fired
Five
for
Five Guys, hot
banging
dogs and
Five
buns.
Guys at work.
Five Guys.
Decided to open up a hot dog cart. So, you know, every time I look at that hot dog being sold, I could think of that traumatic experience.
Five Guys, hot dogs and buns. Here we go.
No, honey, 1 dog per bun, not 5 per bun.
Yeah.
I keep trying to tell her, she just doesn't get it.
That could be one of their specials.
All I have to say is her
Do you
poor
want the
husband,
extra stuffed bun?
The inferiority complex he must have, though. Like, she had to go bang 5 of her coworkers to get.
Yeah,
like,
what does that say about him?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's definitely something missing in the bedroom there.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, she didn't just go cheat on him. She cheated on him 5 times at the same time.
Exactly.
And that's just not something you just wake up and do randomly. There's gotta be.
There's a build up to it.
Because now he's like,
100%.
now
Oh,
he's
for
got to
sure.
be wondering like, how many more?
Oh, a lot. I'm sure a lot.
Yeah,
He's
he was
listening
to
to
start
this.
out with 2.
Listen, from the,
work
female,
up to
from the
3.
female point of view, I have to say, there are guys out there that, you know, when they get into a group, they tend to instigate and try to instigate things like this. I mean, there are some pretty, nasty guys out there. But I can definitely see that being the way that this started. Like, they all started, you know, fucking with her and whatever, and she was
Starting
just like,
out
all
with a
right, I'm
joke.
game. Like,
Starting out with a joke, she calls her bluff.
Yeah, exactly.
They definitely
exactly.
they started with
Men,
fucking with
men
her and
try
they
to do
ended
that.
with
They
fucking
test
with
the
her.
waters to see how far they can get, you know? So she just let him go far.
Just
She
that's
was
it.
just
I'm gonna
like,
call
"All
your
right."
bluff all the way to the fucking
Exactly.
HR department.
Was it like a strip poker game in the
And
police
they were like,
station
oh, you're already naked.
that went bad? You know?
Well, I mean, I also feel like too, you know, like women, it's a lot different experience for a woman, right? So
Oh, hell yeah.
to find one person that you would connect enough to do that with,
Yeah.
to find 5.
That's
I mean,
what I'm
that
saying.
seems really unrealistic.
Very unrealistic. Not to mention, like, I mean, there was no. They're just like there are men that are very different about sex. There are women that are very different about sex. They just don't see it as anything intimate. So she's obviously one of those women that just it wasn't an intimate thing to her.
Could have been.
Just
If she
sex.
was
I think
just
it was just
having
fun.
sex, like
Yeah.
she was getting off, and that was all she wanted. So
Fair
I mean,
enough.
They should
yeah.
make a movie about this.
They did. That's probably why she lost the
They
job.
did. It's called.
That's exactly why
I was
she
gonna
lost
say
the
they
job.
did. It's called
So did they
Debbie
bring their
Does
own camera?
Tennessee.
Did they bring their own camera equipment, or did they use the state-funded police's camera?
I hope the state funds it.
How
I
many-
want to see those tax dollars hard at work.
How many
That's a
hackers
good
right
point.
now are trying to get into that police department security
No.
system?
I thought it was made
Yeah.
public. I thought it was already made public at one
Oh,
point.
was
That's
it?
how she got caught.
I wonder. Suddenly, the security guy doesn't work at the police department anymore. Is driving a Lamborghini. I don't know what happened to the tape.
All right, guys.
Jess, thanks for going down that
Gangbang was the, highlight
crazy
of the
road
night.
with us.
Anytime.
Always is.
Thanks for
Every
the
day.
input.
Anytime.
You know.
If you ever need a female point of view, I'm all yours.
Appreciate it. Drive safe. Have a good night.
You
Good
too,
night.
guys.
All right.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.